Good morning to all the students. As it was known in the last class yesterday, we explained about the calculation of errors, the two compound errors in which we done addition and subtraction, and there you got it. The error delta Z equal to delta A plus delta B. This is for both your Z equal to A plus B or Z equal to A minus B. The error should be the same, that is delta Z equal to delta A plus delta B. Now today we will go the calculation of error in case of a multiplication and division. So that means here the error of multiplication, means product or division. So here is the two quantities, one is the A and another is the B. So therefore here the resultant is Z, which is equal to A into B. The error in the measured value is delta A. So therefore here A plus delta A or A plus or minus delta A, and in the B there is some error measured, that is delta B, and the result is B plus or minus delta B. Now in the case of a product we have the error Z plus or minus delta Z, and this is equal to A plus or minus delta A into B plus or minus delta B. Then as you know it, in case of a ordinary multiplication, this is A into B plus or minus A into delta B, then plus or minus this B into delta A, then plus or minus delta A delta B. This is what the multiplication. Now here Z plus or minus delta Z. So Z plus or minus delta Z equal to this AB, A into B. As we have here Z equal to A into B. So therefore this A into B can be written as Z plus or minus A into delta B plus or minus B into delta A plus or minus delta A into delta B. Sir, we better to keep it in mind, as you know it, error is the very small quantity. Error comparing to the what the calculated value, in which the error what we are going to find in, usually that will be very small. That means here delta A is very small value, as well as delta B is also very small value. For example here A should be 10.5, whereas delta A is 0.1 like this. Similarly in case of a B 20.4, then here delta B is 0.05 like this. Then this delta A, delta B are very small. If you will go for the product of those two small values, that means here 0.1 into 0.05, after calculation we are going to get in 0.005. Again this should be very small. And in case of a physics we are going very small values comparing to the large values. Comparing to the very large values, the very small, like this, for example here to 10.5 compared to 10.5, this 0.0050 is very small, hence it can be neglected. So therefore in this equation we are going to neglecting this part. That part we are going to neglecting. So remaining quantity will be, you are going to getting here z plus or minus delta z equal to z plus or minus a delta b plus or minus b delta a, and this should be neglected. Here z get cancelled, then remain delta z equal to a into delta b plus or minus b into delta a. This is what we are going to get in. Now look here, better to see here, delta z equal to a into delta b plus or minus b into delta a. Then dividing on both sides by ab, that means z. So here we will go delta z by z equal to a into delta b divided by z. Z here I will write it ab because of z equal to ab is there. Now plus or minus b delta a divided by z. Z means again here ab. Now look here, here a is cancelled, here b is cancelled. Now this is delta z by z equal to delta b by b plus or minus delta a by a. As it was known in case of addition, here also you got it. Delta z by z equal to delta a by a plus delta b by b. Now here also again we got it, delta z by z equal to delta b by b plus or minus delta a by a, or this can also be written as delta a by a plus delta b by b. Here in place of plus or minus I wrote it plus because of the error is taken always positive. Adukadu positive anta martivi. This is what again the expression for error in case of a multiplication. In case of division also we are going to getting the same equation. That is delta a by a plus delta b by b. So here we multiply the two quantities. In place of 2, third will be there. Then here you are going to getting again delta c by c. Is it clear? This is what the error of multiplication or division. And this relation you have to use it. This equation delta a by a plus or delta b by b. If you want the percentage error, what you got it, that is relative error. Now if you want to get the percentage error, and the percentage error will be obtained, this delta z by z is multiplied with 100. As you was multiplied towards LHS, you also go for towards RHS. So that is what your delta A by A plus delta B by B into 100. So this is what the percentage error. This one is the relative error and this one is the percentage error. Is it clear about the error, determination of error in case of product or in case of multiplication? Here in general I gave you multiplication of two quantities. If you want, generally you can go, if there are 3 quantities, 4 quantities, 5 quantities, then just you have to add it like this. As I told, A, B, C, then delta A by A plus delta B by B plus delta C by C. If it is another quantity, plus delta D by D like that. Athara, you add ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. CET ನಲ್ಲಿ usually ಒಂದು question ಕೇಳಿರ್ತಾರ. In case of a KCET ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ usually. Even NEET ನಲ್ಲೂ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು, but in case of a NEET, total units and measurements ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು question ಇರ್ತದ. Whereas in case of a CET, KCET, minimum they will go for at least 2 questions will be based on units and measurements. ಅದಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ chances ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಸರಿ, now we will go for error of power, exponential term. Third one is what? Error of power. error of power. Say here is the two quantities or one quantity or any quantities. Here is A is multiplied with A. This becomes A square. A to the power 2. Now this we will take it as Z. Z equal to A into A equal to A square. Now the measured error in case of A, that is delta A. So therefore A plus or minus delta A, and another is again A plus or minus delta A. Avag ಏನು ಆಗಬೇಕು ಇಲ್ಲಿ? Here is the 2, Z equal to A into A equal to A square. ಇದು ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅನ್ನೋದೇನಾಯ್ತು? ಪವರ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ನೀವು ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು, ಟು ದಿ ಪವರ್ 4 ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಜನರಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ಈಜಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಜನರಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಜನರಲೈಸ್ ಇಟ್. ನೌ ಹಿಯರ್ Z equal to A into A equal to A square. Z plus or minus delta Z equal to A plus or minus delta A square. Now here Z plus or minus delta Z. This is what A plus or minus B whole square. As you know it, in case of error only we are going to getting the error should be always positive. Adakili you can go for A plus B whole square. Otherwise you can write it A plus or minus delta A into A plus or minus delta A. Now after simplification what you are going to getting? Simple ordinary multiplication of the end of the A into A, that is A square, plus this delta A into delta A, plus or minus if you want, A square plus B square plus 2AB. A square plus B square plus 2AB formula use ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. A square plus or minus delta A into delta A, that is what delta A square, plus or minus 2 into delta A into delta B, 2AB. 2AB. What you have? A is A plus or A you have, and B is delta A. So that means 2. A into B. 2A into B. A what we have? A. B is delta A. A square plus B square plus 2AB equal to, here in place of A square is there, plus B square is there, plus 2A. What is the quantity A here? A is A. And B in place of B what you have? Delta B. Otherwise here delta A. And the ಏನು ಬಂತು ಈಗ? 2A into delta A. So this one is 2A into delta A. A into A. A into delta A. This we will write it now. So here Z plus or minus delta Z, and this Z plus or minus delta Z equal to A square. A square is again Z plus or minus delta A square plus or minus 2 into A into delta A. Now look here, this Z will be cancelled on both sides. Here delta A square, as in the last we done here, delta A into delta B. If delta A is very small, delta B is also very small, then both multiplication delta A and delta B will be cancelled. ಅದು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ? ಅದು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅದೇ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಇಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಏನಾಗ್ತದ? ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಎ ಸ್ಕ್ವೈರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಎ ಸ್ಕ್ವೈರ್ equal to delta A into delta A, and delta is very small, then delta A into delta A, that will be cancelled. ಅದನ್ನು ಏನಾಯ್ತದು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅವಾಗ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ z equal to ಏನು ಬಂತಿಲ್ಲಿ 2 into A into delta A ಬಂತು. 2 into A into delta A ಬಂತು. Now here again divided by z on both sides. Z is nothing but A square. Therefore 2A into delta A divided by what we have A square. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ z ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನು z ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ a z equal to ಏನಂದ್ರೆ a square. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 1a ಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್. Now what remains here 2 into delta A divided by A. Delta z by z relative error, what you got it here? Delta z by z equal to 2 times of delta A by A. This is what the relative error. Power ಏನಂದ್ರೆ 2 ಅದ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬಂತು 2 ಬಂತು. 2 times of delta A by A. If you want percentage error, delta z by z equal to delta z by z into 100 equal to 2 into delta A by A into 100. This is what the percentage error in case of a power. Is it clear, that one? If you want to go for the power will be cube, A cube. If it will be A to the power 4, if it will be A to the power 3, 5, 6 like that. 5, 6 after 8 2 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, this should be 2 ಇದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಆಗ್ತದೆ, 3 ಇದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಆಗ್ತದೆ, 4 ಇದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ 5 ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Like that it will be. There you are going to get in. So therefore in general we will get it z equal to A to the power P. Then we will write it delta z by z equal to P into delta A by A. P into what? Delta A by A. This is the one note ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇದು ಪವರ್ನ ಹ್ಯಾಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಎರರ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಸೊ ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಏನಾಗ್ತದಿಂದ power and quotient both will be there. Say here is the one of the value z equal to A to the power P, B to the power Q divided by C to the power R will be there. During this case, how you are going to find in the error? ಈ ತರ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಎರರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಗ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಜನರಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. That we have to generalize, and that is what your z delta z by z equal to P to the power A to the power P. A to the power P ಏನು ಬರ್ದಿ ನಾವು P into delta A by A ಬರ್ದಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ this is P into delta A by A. P into delta A by A into B to the power Q. B to the power what we have here Q will be there. B to the power Q ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅದು Q B, then this A into B will be there. ಇದು ಏನದು A into B. A to the power P plus into B to the power Q. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ. A into A ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನು ಬಂದಲ್ಲಿ A into B. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಬಂತು ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ z equal to A into B. Here delta z by z equal to delta A by A plus delta B by B ಅಂತ ಬಂತು. ಹೀಗೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದೇನಾಗಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ Q delta B by B divided by, in case of multiplication and in case of division, the total error what we are going to calculate, that should be same in multiplication as well as division. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಇದ್ದು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್. ಯಾಕ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗೂ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಹಾಕಿ, ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗೂ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. ಪ್ಲಸ್ R into delta C by C. This is what the error. If you want to go for percentage error, delta z by z into 100 equal to p into delta a by a plus q into delta b by b plus c into delta c by c into 100. This is what the percentage. This is generally you are doing. Both multiplication as well as division ittu ಎರಡು ಇದು power ittu. See here, multiplication is there, exponential term is there, division is also there. All the three will be there. All the three, this is the way to find out. This is one way. This is the method to calculate the error. ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ d to the power s. d to the power s ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ then again you have to go for plus s into delta d by d. Whatever will be the quantity. This is the different ways, different equations, different formula you got it for the calculation of the errors in case of a combination. In combination we have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and all the three combinations. Multiplication is there, addition is there, division is there. Power is also there. Is it clear up to this? This is about the calculations of errors in case of two or more than two quantities are multiplied or divided or there is a exponential terms or both. Now next we will go one more simple concept will be there, one more is here, and that is what we are going for the significant figures. Usually, whenever you are going to doing some numericals, some problems, and there some values will be given. Numerical values will be given. Whenever the numerical values they are given during that time, how many digits, how many figures will be there? Say suppose for example here is the one number I am going to writing and that is what 4, 3, 6, 9 is there. This is the value is there and in this value there are figures will be there which we will call it as a 4, 3, 6, 9. Hence there are 4 will be there and those 4 in this case they are nothing but 4 significant figures. So for that purpose here we will go for significant figures. Significant figures. Just we will see how to write the significant figures and how to mention what are the number of significant figures in the given values. For that there are few conditions, few rules will be there and those according to those rules we have to write the correct significant figure for the given values. Look here, here is the one of the rule or one of the condition to mention or to write the total number of significant figures. In case of there is no any decimal point, say suppose for example here is the last decimal point. During that case we will go for total number of significant figures will be total digits of total numbers how many are there, that itself is the significant figure. So look here, here in this problem there are 1, 2, 3, 4 is the one digit or one significant figure, 3 is the another, 6 is the another and 9 is the another. So total 4 significant figures. Say sometimes we are also going to writing. Here is the another number 130, 2130 like that. In this case the number of significant figures, it is very important to see, better to see here the total number of significant figures. We have to write it, we have to find out it. During that case first number, first digit and last digit if it is non-zero, irrespective of decimal point between the numbers, irrespective of decimal point between the numbers, if first and last digits are non-zero, here I will write it 36.031 like this, I wrote it. Here is the first digit which is non-zero. Here last digit is also non-zero. During that case we have to count all the digits including this 0. So therefore here 36031, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 significant figures will be there. Now in case of here, for example, here is the decimal point. During this decimal point, here first digit is non-zero, last digit is 0. And during this case, especially for this type of values, the total number of digits are 1, 2, 3 only. Here, before this decimal point, if there is a 0, is the last digit. And that should not be taken in case of a significant figures. And this we are not going to taking in case of a significant figures. Because of this equation or this value, we can also able to write it as 213 into 10 to the power 1. Now this into 10 to the power 1 is not counted as a significant figures. This value and this value both are exactly same as you write in case of a mathematics. You are going to writing like this. This equation or that value you are going to writing like that. Or 2.13 into 10 to the power 3 also you are going to writing. Hangu bariತೀನಿ ನೀವು. ಇದು this quantity, ಇದು significant figure ದ count ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಈ count ಮಾಡೋದು ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? First digit is non-zero, last digit is also non-zero. And here total number of digits are 3. And hence 3 is the significant figures, not 4. That is the second one. Third one is, say sometimes the value will be 0.0036 like this. In this case, before the decimal point, first digit is 0. And after decimal point, last digit is non-zero. Now here, this first digit, that is what we will call it as a most significant figures ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಇದು ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ least significant figure ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. First digit most significant figure and this one is least significant figure. Before decimal point, if the first digit itself is 0 and last digit is non-zero, during such type of values, here the total number of significant figures will be including these two decimal point or starting 0, these are also counted as a significant figures. ಅವಕ್ಕೂ significant figures ಅಂತ count ಮಾಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ total number of significant figures are 4 significant figures will be there. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 4 significant figures ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದೀನಿ 2130 ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 0 ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗ್ತದ ಹಾಗೆ 213 into 10 raised to 2, 2.13 into 10 raised to 5 like this. But here how many we got it? Only 3. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾವ? There are 4 significant figures. Suppose for example ಹಿಂಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ 10.005 ಇತ್ತು. Now first significant figure is non-zero and last significant figure is also non-zero. Now here you have to count. This is also as a significant figure. ಇದನ್ನು significant figure ಅಂತ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್ 1 2 3 4 5 ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ 5 ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್. ಅದೇ 100.000 ಹಿಂಗಿತ್ತು. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಡೆಸಿಮಲ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ದ 0 is even this last digit is 0 ಇತ್ತು. then also this will be counted as a significant figure. But first digit is non-zero ಇರಬೇಕು. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ 1 2 3 4 5 6 ಇಲ್ಲಿ 6 ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕಿದೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಯಾವುದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇರ್ತದ ಅದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಏನಿರಬೇಕು ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್, irrespective of decimal point in the given values, if there is a first digit, we will call it as a most significant figure, and the last digit is non-zero, then all the digits will be counted as a significant figure. Though in between them there may be a zero like this. First is non-zero, last is also non-zero. Irrespective of this decimal point, here the number of significant figures will be 1 0 1 2 3 4 5. Like that we have to count it. This is the second. So here before decimal point, here is the decimal point. Before this decimal point, the first digit is non-zero and last digit is 0. During this case, we are going to removing these two zeros are not a significant figures. Here we will go this first non-zero significant figure and this is the last non-zero significant figure. So hence here only there are three significant figures. That is the. Suppose for example ಇದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡೋದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿಟ್ಟು ಅವಾಗ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಡೆಸಿಮಲ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ even last digit it may be a zero, it may be a non-zero. After decimal point last digit is, it may be zero or it may not be zero, but that last digit is also counted as a significant figure. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿರ್ತದ? ಇದೇ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಇದು ಹಿಂಗದ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಯಾವ ಇದೇ, ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಅವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗ ನಾವು ಇವೆರಡು ಜೀರೋ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನೂ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇದನ್ನೂ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಇರ್ತದೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ವೇ. ಅದು ಮೆಥಡ್ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ನಾವು ರಿಲೇವೆಡ್, ದೆನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಜೀರೋದ ಏನು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ನಾವು ತೆಗೆದ್ರೂ ಬರ್ತದ ಆಫ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಒಂದ್ ವೇಳೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಒಂದ್ ವೇಳೆ ಅವ್ರು ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು CET ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜೀರೋ ಅಂತ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ದಾಗ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ 4 ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, 5 ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಥವಾ 3 ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, 3 ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಆಪ್ಷನ್, 3 ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್, 4 ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್, 5 ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಸಚ್ ಕೇಸಸ್ ನೀವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್ 5 ಆಗ್ತವ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ದಿ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ತದ. ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅದು ಇದು ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಷನ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರ ಟೋಟಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಸಮ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಕೀಪ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್, ವಾಟ್ ದ ಮೆಜರ್ಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, what the value it will be measured, after that what you are going to writing its value. If that value is having a more significant figures, the value which has a more significant figures, then that is more accurate. If you are going to writing the value after measured, the significant figures are going to reducing. ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್. ಇಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿ ಬರೀಮೆ ಅಂತ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಅದು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾ ಬರ್ತೇವೆ. ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಅವಾಗ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಹಾಕೋತ ಹೋಯ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರ ಅಕ್ಯುರೇಸಿ ಕಮ್ ಹಾಕೋತ ಹೋಗ್ತದ. ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರ ಅಕ್ಯುರೇಸಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗಾಗ್ತದ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಕ್ಯುರೇಸಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮೋರ್ when the given values or determined values or calculated values or experimentally got value if it will be having a more number of significant figures. ಇದು ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಗ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಅದು ಮೆಥಡ್ ಏನದ ಅಂತ ದಟ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು, ಅಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಷನ್. ಹೆಡ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಷನ್. ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಕ್ಯುರೇಸಿ ಮೋರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅಕ್ಯುರೇಸಿ ಏನು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದ್ದಂಗ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಸಪೋಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ರೈಟ್ ಇಟ್, one number, one value ಬರೀತೀನಿ, and the value will be here 573.2316, like this I will write it. So first digit is non-zero and last digit is also non-zero. First digit no non-zero da, last digit no non-zero da. But whenever you are going to writing this much of a big answer, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನೋ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ 64 ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು, ಅಥವಾ 64.7 ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು. ಅವಾಗ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಹಳ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗ್ತದೆ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಲ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು? 7 ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ 7 ಸಲ, ಇದು ಮತ್ತೆ 4 7 ಸಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು 6 7 times multiplication, ಲೆಂದಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅಂತ ಕೇಸಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ here we are going to reducing the significant figures, and the significant figures we are going to writing reducing based on, better to see carefully. ನಾವು reduce ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ reduce ಮಾಡೋ ಟೈಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲು ಇದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಜಿಟ್ ಏನದ ಅಂತ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. What is the value of that last digit? If this last digit is more than 5, if last digit is more than 5, ಈ last digit more than 5 ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರ ಇದು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಟೈಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದರ ಸೈಡ್ ಇಂದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಏನಿರ್ತದ ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರ ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ 573.232 ಆಯ್ತು. ಇಲ್ಲೇನದ ಇದು ಟೋಟಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ 7 ಆಯ್ತು. ಈಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಟೋಟಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ 6 ಆಯ್ತು. ಕಮ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ಎರರ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಅಕ್ಯುರೇಸಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಮ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಕ್ಯುರೇಸಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಇನ್ನಾದ್ರೂ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು. ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ದ significant figures. So during that time again you have to see, now this is the last digit, last number. Our last number again, whether it is more than 5 or less than 5. If it will be less than 5, ಅವಾಗ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಮತ್ತೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರಿಗೆ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. नेक्स्ट ऐड करने का आवश्यक नेसेसरी नहीं है. उसका मतलब द नंबर ऑफ सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर्स विल बी, द वैल्यू विल बी लाइक दिस, वैल्यू हिंग आई थी, and that is what we are going to getting 573.23. yes, actually significant figures will be 5. Again if you want to remove, again you have to see this is more than or less than 5, and here you will get again it is less than 5. 573.2 ಇನ್ನೂ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 57312, and this approximations will be we are going to making in case of the digits or the values or the numbers which are after the decimal point. Before the decimal point ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಡ. Before the decimal point ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ವಾ ಇದು 3 ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಾ the value will be very much reduced. ನಮಗೆ 573 ಇದನ್ನು ತೆಗಿಲಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದ 573 57 ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಹಂಗ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬಾರ್ದು. ಓನ್ಲಿ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಡೆಸಿಮಲ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನದ ಅದು ನೋಡಿ, ಅದು ದಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇಟ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅಷ್ಟು ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇದು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು, ಇನ್ನ ನಾವು 3 ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು 2 ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರ ಮೊದಲು ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಹೆಂಗ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರ 573 ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕಲ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ 5.73 into 10 to the power 2. Is it right? ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತದ? 573 can be written as 5.73 into 10 raised to 2. Now you are eligible to reduce this one. ಇದು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನೀವು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಅವು ತೋರಿಸ್ತದೆ ಅದು 5.7 ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇದು ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಿಯರ್ಲಿ 5.7 into 10 to the power 2. ನೀವು ಇದು ಮಾಡಲೇ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಾಂಗ್. Is it clear? This is what we will call it as a approximation. ಅದಕ್ಕಂತೀವಿ approximation. Sometimes ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಡೌಟ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, more than 5 ಇದ್ದಾಗ less than 5 ಇದ್ದಾಗ, more than 5 ಇದ್ದಾಗ less than 5 ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಜಿಟ್ is equal to 5 ಇತ್ತು, say here is the number 67.575 ಇತ್ತು. Now last digit is 5 equal to 5. ಈಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? Whether that directly 5 we have to remove or 1 we have to add it. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನು, more than 5 ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, less than 5 ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಈಗ equal to 5 ಇದ್ದಾಗ better to observe carefully next number what you have. If the next number is even, ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ next number if it is even, then it is no need to add the 1 to the next digit. Here 8 is even or odd, so as you know it, 8 is the even. Then if you want to reduce the decimal, here is 7. If you want to reduce the decimal, significant figures, then it is 67.578 only. ಎಷ್ಟು ಅದ? 6 ಅದ significant figures. ಈಗ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಏನೈತಿ ಇದು? 1 2 3 4 5 ಇವನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅಷ್ಟು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇ ಆಡ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಆಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ 67.5795 ಇತ್ತು. Here you can able to, whenever you are going to removing this, then one digit should be added to this one. One digit ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ನೋಡಿ, 67.579 ಅದ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದ, ಇದು 9 plus 1 0 ಆಗ್ತದೆ, 0 1 ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದ, ದಿಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ 67.580 ಆಗ್ತದ. In case of a next after the last digit in 5 ಅದ equal to 5 ಅದ, ಅದರ ಹಿಂದಿನ odd number ಇತ್ತು, then you have to add to 1. Say in place of this 9, in place of that 9, 67.5775 ಅದ. ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಈಗ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಜಿಟ್ 5 ಅದ equal to next number ಏನದ 7 ಅದ. 7 is even or odd? 7 will be odd number. Then if you want to remove this one, then it becomes 67578. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು? ಈಗ more than 5 ಇತ್ತು, less than 5 ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇ equal to 5 ಇತ್ತು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಜಿಟ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡೋ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಅದ್ರ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಈವನ್ ಇದ್ರ ನೋ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಆಡ್ ಇಟ್, ಈವನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಡ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೆನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಆಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಟು 1. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ತಿಳಿತಾ? up to this what we explained, and these explanation, these concepts, they will be related to the unit sign measurements. Idella baravelli unit sign measurements. Along this we finish the topic, and the topic unit sign measurements. Illigi unit sign measurements topic ಮುಗಿತದ. Based on this ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ನ್ಯೂಮರಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಸೇಡ್, ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಯೂಸಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನಲ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್, ಯೂಸಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಯೂಸಸ್ ಇದು ಟು ಚೆಕ್ ದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್, ವೆದರ್ ದ ಗಿವನ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನಲಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್, whether the quantity it will be depends on more than 2 or more than 3 quantities, then how to find the relation between them, and one system of unit can be converted into another system. Based on that we will go for few numericals on unit side measurement, and that actually we will continue in the next class. Right. Okay, thank you. Can I get time? ಅದು ಬೇಕಾಡೈತೆ ನೀವು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬೇಕಾಡೈತೆ